Hey, today I am hitting with Babolat RPM Power, 23 kilos in the mains and 21 kilos in the cross strings. Hello and welcome to the Tennis Jones string review of Babolat RPM Power. Babolat RPM Power is the string that Dominic Thiem is currently using. The string comes in two colors, brown and blue. I am using the blue variant. Many times I have heard the Tennis Warehouse crew claim there's a slight difference between the lighter polyester strings as compared to the darker ones. I have tested both brown and blue strings. Honestly, I couldn't tell any difference. What separates RPM Power from RPM Blast is comfort. In the future, the Tennis Jones will review Babolat RPM Blast. Babolat claims that RPM Power is a controlled-oriented string for big hitters. Keep in mind that just about everything in tennis is counterintuitive. Babolat is basically saying you can swing free with RPM Power without fearing that your shot will be long. I found this to be true for the most part. The video clearly shows many of my shots staying in the court instead of being long. RPM Power is a spin-friendly string. I like to slice both backhand and forehand. Here I felt RPM Power excelled. Also, I had good feel with my topspin on the forehand side. I really enjoyed the movement of the ball on my spin serves. You will clearly see this in the points we played. I played with RPM Power for about 5 hours. I thought the string was comfortable with good to very good spin potential. I don't consider myself to be a heavy ball spinner, but when I went for the above average spin shot, the ball stayed in the court most of the time. While playing points, I was not worried about the ball flying on me at all. I returned serve with confidence. I felt confident when I was at the net. If I missed a volley, it was simply because I moved the racket too much. I was very confident serving as well. My spin serve placement was quite accurate. I feel the tension I chose, 23 kilos in the mains, 21 kilos in the cross strings, worked well for me. Of course, your preference is probably different. So far, I have tested these polyester strings. Solinco Hyper G Soft in both regular and hybrid setups. Solinco Confidential in both regular and hybrid setups. Tectofiber Razor Code in a regular setup. So how does Babolat RPM Power rank versus the other strings I have tested? Currently, I have RPM Power second behind Solinco Confidential. I felt that RPM Power has very good tension maintenance, just like Confidential does. Even though Hyper G Soft is regarded by most reviewers to be a spin monster, I preferred RPM Power. I will revisit Hyper G Soft with a more comprehensive review in the future. In conclusion, if you haven't settled on a string just yet, you should give Babolat RPM Power a try. It's a control, comfort, and spin-friendly string that will satisfy your needs on the tennis court. The video tells the story. True, I am not the most modern of tennis players, but I can play the full game. Babolat RPM Power is a pleasure to play tennis with. You will not be disappointed. This is Alain signing off from Helsinki. We will see you soon on the next Tennis Jones. Hey, welcome back to the Tennis Jones. We have some very exciting news. We're going to incorporate a new feature. It's called a video shout out. So if you have a Jones for the Jones, you can email us at
thetennisjones@gmail.com.
That's right, that's the Tennis Jones, all lowercase, at gmail.com. What's that email address again?
thetennisjones@gmail.com.
That's right, thetennisjones@gmail.com. If you've got a Jones for the Jones, we'll put you on the Tennis Jones. She's Siri, I'm Alain, and we'll see you on the Tennis Jones.